They understand to a T what they're doing. Now, as long as we argue with the false left paradigm and argue with this false projection they put up of a bunch of distractions and diversions, they're invincible. But the minute you go, this is a bunch of fancy flim-flam, you're a bunch of criminal liars using psychological techniques to manipulate, I want you arrested, I want my Bill of Rights back, no, just no, 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 no. You say no. And they're going to go ahead and try all this, but then it's going to blow up in their face. And that's how this works, ladies and gentlemen. And you want a solution, look right directly into the mirror. If you want a solution, it is staring at you in the mirror. Hollywood and the corporate media has this archetypal image of a hero, one guy with a silver bullet who fixes it all. That doesn't exist. It's everybody getting involved, speaking out, getting a buzz going, saying no. I don't care if you live in East Texas or Alabama or New York or Florida or California or Oregon or Montana or Wyoming or Colorado or New Mexico or Nevada or Arizona or Oklahoma or Indiana or Iowa or Ohio or Nebraska or Hawaii or Alaska. It doesn't matter. Go down to your city council. Speak out on these issues. Go down everywhere. Hold up the articles going, the banks, they admit, have issued tens of trillions of money. They're buying up real assets and then leaving us with the bill and devaluing our dollar. Here's Bloomberg. The feds are criminal. And just get the buzz going. And also use the knowledge you know about the New World Order to inform others. Information is the key, so the people know what they're facing and know what they're dealing with. I'm going to continue with Sheila, Lex, William, Steve, Joe, and others straight ahead in the fourth hour. Big news blitz. I am going to get to the premiere of the fourth trailer. We'll be live at prisonplanet.tv coming up as well for the new film, Fall of the Republic. Pre-order Fall of the Republic now. It ships next Wednesday on DVD. In the order the orders are received.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Have you ever wanted to generate your own supply of electrical power? If so, this is going to be the most important message you will ever hear. Solar-powered generators are now available from Solutions from Science in Thompson, Illinois. These emergency backup systems provide life-saving electrical power when you need it most. Unlike gas generators, a solar generator runs quietly, emits no fumes, and produces electricity for free. It's like having an electric power plant running quietly in your own home. Run sump pumps, shortwave radios, computers, and even keep food from spoiling. Whether it's hurricanes, ice storms, brownouts, or blackouts, you'll never have to suffer through painful power outages again. When the power goes out, you'll be ready. With a solar-powered generator from Solutions from Science. Go to mysolarbackup.com and get off the grid today. That's mysolarbackup.com. Or call 877-327-0365. 877-327-0365. Don't wait. Call today.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
Let's continue with your phone calls. Let's talk to Sheila in Indiana. Sheila, you're on the air.
Hello, Alex.
Hi.
I live in Northwest Indiana. I was at work last week, and I have a fellow coworker who tells me I won't believe what she got in the mail. It's a letter from the government, wanting to know why her son hadn't had his 18-month vaccinations and that they would be going door to door, asking people why in general. I told her to bring me the letter so I could Xerox it, send it to you. I had heard you talk about it previously on a show about a couple weeks ago, maybe. I listened to yours on YouTube. And I about passed out on the floor at work when she told me this, because even though I hear it, to hear it from the mouth of somebody who works with me was just unbelievable. So that's what I called in to tell you. I've been waiting to tell you this all day. What do we do when I get the letter? I decided not to vaccinate my children any further than I've already damaged them. So I probably should be getting a letter soon because my son has not gotten his 2-year shots. It's just,
well, ma'am, they're going to, again, it's all color of law. But yes, all over the country, and this has been in mainstream news the last couple of years, really creepy bureaucrats in like fake police uniforms. It's normally a private contractor through the city health department or state health department with a federal grant, and they show up in these weird vans, and they come and threaten you in many cases. Like if you open the door and go, "What are you doing here?" they'll kind of grovel and leave. But if you act like the average American, you see a uniform, you start groveling, they'll start intimidating. They write reports for CPS if they see any dog hair on the floor or any clothes on the floor, which is normal. And they'll say, "You're going to be arrested if you don't take the shots." And they get bounties on your kids, and they'll shoot them up right there. And yeah, no, I mean, Obama said he wanted his 13 million volunteers. Only 1 million showed up, thank God. But they don't care. They're getting trained. They go door to door and intimidate and say, "Why don't you support health care? Why don't you support this?" And again, it's not just Obama. They're setting the precedent. When a Republican gets in, it'll just shift to other issues. But they're building the infrastructure. And yes, do you have the letter? Because I would like to show people that.
I would definitely. The girl that I talked to, she said she'd be bringing it in today. I work tonight, and I just told her to scratch out her name and any personal information, and that I could Xerox them and send at least a couple to you or one to you. Do I just go on your InfoWars, go to your email, and just...
yeah, the problem is my guys all work real hard, but our email system, it's good. It just gets 10,000 a day or something, so it gets all scrambled. Let me put you on hold and give you the Hoosiers email, and then keep your eyes open for that. You can also, it's always smart to CC it to Aaron at Infowars.com, CC it to Watson, CC it to Kurt. If something's really important, just send it to everybody, and hopefully we'll get it. And then call back or email us, if you don't see us cover it. But we're kind of getting desensitized ourselves. We get so many letters with them taking people's kids for no reason. So many letters with them taking people's kids because the neighbor sees them yell at them. There's no law. You can't yell at them, but they still take them. The family courts violate the 7th Amendment. Totally criminal. But it's just hell is out there. But people aren't aware of it because the mainstream media doesn't. Everybody's being abused in isolated ways.
Yeah. How long do you think they're going to bust down the door? I just don't answer it because I don't think I'm going to answer the door if some men in uniform come to my door.
Well, that's why we had in every other country. I make the point that hundreds of nations fell in the last century to tyranny alone. Most nations fall to tyranny, 99% of the time, literally. And that's why the Founding Fathers said, if you want to come to my house and talk to me, you better have a warrant. But they're just slowly, through practice, through color of law criminality, getting rid of it. You don't answer the door for the local thugs when they come with their injectors. We'll be right back.
Direct to you. You're listening to the Alex Jones Broadcasting Network.
That's a new way to do talk radio. You open your mic up live and just cough right in the microphone. I'm working during every break on other projects. My whole life is just a blur of New World Order corruption. The last lady, Sheila in Indiana, called in for those that just joined us, and she was talking about how she heard on the show that these weird hired contractors, sometimes city workers, sometimes CPS or health department, send you threatening letters. And this has been in the news. I've been hearing about this for years, but in the last few months I've seen it in the news. And they say, we show your child's not vaccinated. Why? Especially in Northern California, where in some areas over 65% of the children, the news reports it with horror, aren't vaccinating. In some of the most highly educated, affluent cities, because the parents aren't stupid. I mean, I have AP, Reuters, London Telegraph here, where Homeland Security and NHS workers in England not just here, but will not take the shot. The majority, I mean, these are doctors, won't take it. But the government then sends you threatening letters. We're coming to your house, finding out why you haven't taken all these dozens of different vaccines. And then their excuse is, I hear Dr. Dina Dell almost every week when I tune in, because I just happen to be in the car driving to work when that's on. They re-air it locally on Sundays here, so I hear it driving into the office, because my show comes on after that here locally and syndicated like as well. But the point is that I'm driving and I hear him say, I think it's just terrible people won't vaccinate their children. They're endangering your children. And so they need to be arrested, and they need to be charged, and they need to be sued. With this government's history of chemical, biological, radiological testing on troops and foster kids and black people and killing people,